All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Agentforce Decoded. I wanted to show you a couple of things with Prompt Builder. First of all, you might have noticed it has a new look and feel. And I got to say, I kind of love it. When I was seeing some of the early drafts of it, I wasn't really sure how much I would like it, but I'm not even going to walk through it because it's going to kind of walk through itself here. And the other thing I wanted to show was the new features we have with multimodality, allowing you to use a flex template that can have an input of a file type. And we see that here, and we see that here. And what I've done is I've created a relatively straightforward prompt. And the whole idea is, so this is the content org we use internally to help track our content calendar. And I was just kind of curious as to its ability to be able to sort of review a blog draft and kind of give us a quick summary of whether or not this is a viable blog post to go forward. So here we're kind of fishing in a barrel. This is Jen's Mega Blog Summer 25 release blog post, one of our most popular posts of the year. So hopefully it thinks that's something we should continue to review. So once I hit preview, it's resolving the prompt here. Now this is going to be a little slower than the demos we're going to see here a little bit because, as you may remember, Jen's post is relatively long because, as we know, our releases are relatively long these days. And here we go. Okay, so this is the resolved prompt, and then this is the response. And it tells us pretty much everything I was looking for here, that it's focusing on enhancements from the Summer 25 release. The author, Jen, adopts a casual but professional tone. The draft is pertinent to admins as it addresses specific problems these features aim to solve. Additionally, the draft aligns well with existing content, etc. So if we look at what we were asking for defined, this is a very accurate description of Jen's post. Now, this is, like I said, if it can't tell me, if it can't highlight Jen's post and say, yeah, we should probably move forward with this, then it's kind of interesting, like, even though Jen's has already been copy edited, it just sort of checks itself because it thinks this is a first draft, right? So it sort of warns you, maybe there's minor editing that would have to be done, even though we've actually already edited for that. But what I wanted to do was also say, hey, what happens when it's kind of ridiculously bad, right? So let's cancel that one out and select a new file. And we're going to do a completely fictional product here. And we're going to add that in. This is a product that does not exist, has never existed, will never exist. Just basically AI coming up with just nonsense. And you can see it kind of picks it up like right away. This is fictional, it's satirical, made up feature called the Quantum Instant Search Engine. That maintains a casual tone suitable for a blog. Overall, this piece may entertain, but it does not align with our content, right? Like, and that is absolutely 100% accurate. So then I wanted to say, hey, what if somebody writes something that is technically accurate, right, but poorly written? So kind of the opposite of what we just saw. Like something that, so this was, I actually tasked with writing something based on Service Cloud to give it something that there'd be plenty of information to get right. And so let's see what it does there. Now, also, going back to the fact that we have a new UI, this is why I love the new interface. It's so much easier. Like if I'm doing demos, if I'm up in front of an audience, so much easier to write this stuff. Okay. The length appears appropriate for a blog post, but it will require significant editing to rectify syntax, spelling, and grammar issues. And that is exactly correct. And so, while the draft has potential, it necessitates through revision to improve its quality. And if somebody sent us a draft, or somebody, if we're working with somebody and it's a really poor first draft, this would actually be pretty good, information to know, right? So I think what's impressive here, first of all, it's impressive that we can just easily add PDFs here in order to preview them and test them. Also, this is not the most expansive prompt that I think I've ever written, and it's really getting the job done. So, I still think RAG is one of those really killer applications for Agentforce and for AI. And if you've got documents that are kind of laying around, if you've got images that are something that you want AI to be able to provide insight into, I think this clearly demonstrates that it's relatively straightforward to do so. So thanks for listening, everybody.